Now comes to a lot of the fun parts of a commercial kitchen inspection. You watch TV and you watch all the cooking shows that are out there. This is what they're playing with on a daily basis. The items we're going to talk about now are beyond the ComSop. We do not have to test, nor should you test, any cooking appliance. Anything that's grease latent should be underneath a Type 1 hood, but I think it's important as an inspector, you kind of know a little bit about what they are and what they do. So I thought it would be fun for us to move through this kitchen and talk about each one of the appliances that are present. The first appliance that we have, the proverbial meat and potatoes of any kitchen, is the range. The top will be a cooktop, 6 burners. The bottom is an oven, slide-in drawers. Really simple appliance, not unlike the range that you have at your home, except for this has got a tremendous amount more power, BTUs, output, and a lot more service capacity. This is a broiler. Another term for broiler is salamander. And it goes higher or it goes lower. You can cook a steak on it. You can broil your nachos on it. You can do anything you want to on it. But this is a broiler. Again, part of the grease system. That's why it's underneath the hood. This is a service grill. Just like a grill you'd have in your backyard. You can do anything you want to on it, from putting a pot and cooking through a pot, or cooking anything you want to charbroil on that. A lot of these units, when we're having a service kitchen like that, underneath these units we'll have pull-out bins and drawers. This is refrigeration. This is where you would store your daily or shifts use of materials. You might stack that with hamburgers. You might stack that with whatever you're going to have to cook for this station. This is our flat top or griddle. And with a griddle like this is where you want to cook anything that you want to sear, cook anything you want to cook without a pot or a pan. Not unlike some of those equipments that we're seeing being very popularized in home stuff. But this is a very simple, heavy-duty unit. Again, refrigeration below for it. When we describe something as being grease latent or deep fried, well, here's our fryer. This is the backbone of any commercial kitchen. This is what separates this about everything, is the opportunity to deep fry. And so on these, that's what these 3 appliances are a deep fryer. This is just a unistrut here to separate them. On these, with a deep fryer, probably our biggest issue that we have with any deep fryer is keeping them clean. They can run on gas, they can run on electricity. This particular one is gas. And on these, this valve here is what opens and will evacuate the oil when it's hopefully cool into a vessel to be taken out for recycling. You don't have to sit there pumping out the oils or anything, but that's what this is. Each one of these 3 will have that. The oil should not be very fragrant. If it's black and fragrant, then we certainly know it's well past its useful life. But when these are cooking, and this is the exhaust, you can work here. The whole idea of the exhaust in all of these appliances is the idea that I can work here safely under the hood because I got makeup air coming in and I've got these appliances. This down here is just a warmer. You can put anything in here to keep warm. This is a brick oven, just a small little toaster oven, almost like a kicked up microwave. And so we'll cycle around this way. We've got a backup griddle. This is a Braiser. This is a very sophisticated appliance here. With this, some people call them braisers, some people call them tilt tables. What they're designed to do, cook any liquid or material under pressure, under steam, on even heat. So basically, if you think about this, this is a giant Instapot. And how this would work is I could come in here and I could make 11, 12 gallons of chili all at one time. I could cook stew. I could cook anything I want to on this. And this is designed that when I'm done cooking, it mechanically tilts into a tray and I can take all the material out of it. It pours right out of here and all the material out of it to be consumed later. So this is a very nice piece of equipment that not all commercial kitchens have, but it's called a Braiser or a tilt table. I have a second range here, whether it's a backup range or whether it's an active range. It really depends on the kitchen. It is protected. This is an oven here. On this particular oven, this is a steam oven where that you can interject water into this. It's great for cooking breads and things like that, but this is what's classified as a steam oven. And then this is just a normal reach-in convection oven here for cooking anything you want to on that. So these are our typical appliances that we'll have in any commercial kitchen. Again, we want to take a look at all of the elements to make sure that anything that's cooking, anything that's in operation is under the suppression system. Now let's look at a couple other features that they have in this kitchen that are not part of the suppression system, that are still part of the commercial kitchen. As part of the line, going down through here, we have all kinds of prep tables. Depending on the kitchen, these are typically refrigerated drawers. Or if they're not refrigerated drawers, they could be sealed drawers. Maybe you have breads and rolls and buns and things like that in it. This is a refrigerated cabinet here. So let's pretend you're a hot dog stand. You might have all your condiments here for making the hot dog. And we have to have the plastic to be able to be pulled out. This is a steam table here. So inside of the steam table, we have elements that you'd fill with water to keep whatever you want to warm for long periods of time. Then we have another table through here with condiments. And we have a heating element up here. And so if I was prepping something, taking a plate off, cooking it, putting it up here, it stays warm to whoever's in the front of the kitchen to take it out. So all of these become part of what we would describe as is the total kitchen, items beyond the ComSop. But if you get asked during the inspection, what is this? You have an idea what they are. But just remember, the key takeaway of any appliance, if it's grease-latent appliance, it needs to be under a Type 1 hood. If it's just a steam or a heat appliance, it can be under a Type 2 hood. So make sure whatever appliance you have is protected by some form of hood, and hopefully the right one.